Hey guys, I have a huge announcement to make. I will be playing in a phenomenal, very important tournament where I will be the weakest, at least by rating. And this tournament, top 10 finishers in it will qualify for the World Cup. And the World Cup is a knockout system tournament, one of the most prestigious in the world. Top 3 finishers in the World Cup get into the candidates. Last time the World Cup was won by Magnus Carlsen. So I will be playing in the Asian Men Championship. Very soon, I'm already preparing. It will take place in the beginning of May in Al Ain, United Arab Emirates. And the requirement to participate in this tournament is to be of one of the Asian federations, which I am. I belong to the Russian Chess Federation because I lived there most of my life. And also to be at least 2000 rated over the board FIDE standard rating. And I recently, as you might remember, I recently had a couple of successful tournaments and I crossed 2000 and I'm now officially 2008 FIDE ratings. So probably I will be, if not the lowest rated player, at least one of the lowest rated players. There will be around 50 grandmasters playing this event. There will be 2700 plus rated grandmasters playing this event. And maybe I will get a chance to play some of them. Of course, I have no unrealistic illusions about my chances to win this tournament or to get to top 10 and qualify for the World Cup. Not this year, definitely. I'm not as strong as those other guys, but I will try to get as many points as possible and to gain as many rating points as possible. And I want to speak about a very important thing here, which is the importance of playing up in chess as in many other kinds of sports. Very many people don't like leaving the comfort zone. They play tournaments against people who are rated similarly or even lower because everybody likes winning, nobody likes losing. Me neither, by the way. But without exerting yourself to the maximum, without challenging yourself, without overcoming obstacles and getting hit in the head, and without losing a bunch of games in a heartbreaking, crushing, devastating manner, without this, you will not become a champion in any kind of sport. You need to play up. You need to play stronger opponents. My coach, also Grandmaster Farukh Amanatov, check out the podcast episode with him on this channel, always tells me you should play as many tournaments against high-rated opponents as you can, because this helps you become stronger. Playing those stronger guys, adopting their mentality, their way of thinking, analyzing with them after the game. This is very important. I cannot stress how important and how helpful it was for me. The fact that I created a podcast where I play also at the end of each podcast episode, I play against my guests, the top grandmasters, even some of the former world chess champions. I train with them. I get their insights. Of course, they usually crush me even with time odds. But this is what helps me grow. If you play stronger opponents, you gradually adopt their mentality. And also, if you have experience playing stronger opponents, you will not be scared of less strong opponents. For example, once I've played against Jan Nepomniachtchi, Fabiano Caruana, Vladimir Kramnik, lots of formidable opponents, I'm no longer afraid of some international master that I'm about to play in some tournament. And I've started winning against those international masters. I already defeated several IMs over the last couple of years. So yes, this is the way to go. So I will be the lowest rated, or at least one of the lowest rated people. I will probably lose a bunch of games, but I'll try to get some scalps and I'll try to get some wins and draws under my belt. And with every win and every draw, I will gain rating because I'm the lowest rated. So this is also another factor why it is important to play tournaments where you are one of the weakest or one of the lowest rated players, because you will be able to farm those rating points. Usually when people speak about farming, they say Hikaru is farming some low rated opponent, winning like 20 games in a row, adopting him and gaining some rating points, but it can work vice versa. If you are confident in your skills, if you know that you should be rated higher than you are currently, and I know that I should be rated higher. My coach tells me that I already play at like 2200 strength. Some of the top chess players I've interviewed also say that I have a big future in chess. Well, maybe I'm too old already to become the world chess champion, but I have chances to become at least a chess master. And I know my tactics, for example, puzzle rating on chess.com is around 3,500, and at the peak it was 3,600. So I have potential, and I know that I can and I will get some scalps. So this is why I will embark on this maybe painful journey of playing in the Asian men's championships. Because half a year ago, for example, I played at the Asian amateur chess championship. And this is the Asian pro chess championship with lots of cool guys, professionals. This is going to be hard, but I'm looking forward to it. And I know that this is the way. And also, I have a good example of myself playing at Oskmen Open. It's an open tournament in Kazakhstan last year. So I asked the organizers of this tournament to be allowed to play in the Masters section. At that time, half a year ago, I was around 1904 rated in standard. And the requirement for the Masters section was that you should be rated at least 2000. And they allowed me to play because they knew that I'm a potentially strong player. And it was so painful, guys. I scored 1/2 of a point out of the first 5 games. I drew in the first round, I drew a strong international master, and then I lost 4 in a row. Everything was collapsing. But then I gathered all my strength and I scored 2.5 out of 5 in the remaining 5 rounds. This was a 10-round tournament. So I finished on 3 out of 10. And while I was playing much stronger opponents, 2,300 rated players, 2,400 rated players, I gained some rating after this performance, even though it's not too many points, 3 out of 10. Mediocre performance, you could say, but for my rating and for my confidence, this gave me a boost because I realized I can compete with them. Yes, most of the time I'm losing against masters and grandmasters, but I believe that I can and I will start defeating them, and I already have. Another example of playing up is Faustino Oro, the Argentinian young player. I guess he's 10 years old. Currently, he's already a master and he's very good. His online rating is around 3,000 already. He's very good at blitz, but also he's good at classical, and he is pursuing his dream of becoming one of the best. So this year he played at the Jerba Masters, a tournament held in Morocco, I guess, and he participated in this tournament while being the lowest rated player among a very strong field of 2700s, 2600s, former 2700s legends like Vasil Ivanchuk. And he lost like the first 5 games. He was 0 out of 5. Then he gathered his strength and made several draws, and he finished the tournament on 1.5 out of 9 points. But this is how you learn, how you get stronger after such experiences. He knew what he was doing, and probably his coaches knew what they were doing. So I should do the same. I should try my hardest against the hardest, the strongest, the ultimate level of opposition. That's what I'm going to do to pursue greatness in chess. I hope you will follow my journey. I will, of course, recap the games that I will play. And also, I'm launching my own Discord server. You will be able to discuss my podcast guests. I will tell you who's coming on the podcast in advance. On Discord, you will be able to provide your ideas for questions and also ask me any questions about your own games, your own chess development, network with other people who love chess. As a bonus, there is a giveaway. I give 50 free monthly premium subscriptions to chess.com to the first people who join my Discord server. So hit the link in the description and see you there. I'm excited to be able to communicate with you guys on Discord. See you, and see you in the next videos. Bye bye.